Civil Services aspirant, welcome to Civil Services with ZAKI. Today we are going to discuss about the new report on wind power in India. Basically, this report was prepared by Bloomberg NEF institution, and this report provides the detail what are the wind power situation in India, and what are the impact of COVID-19. We also see the animation of the generation of the wind power and what are the mechanism of the generation in a wind power plant or wind power farm. So today's we discuss various subtopics. So these subtopics are include in these subtopics are impact of COVID-19. So we see what are the impact of COVID-19 on India's wind energy, and also see what is wind energy and what are the mechanism involved in the wind energy, and another animation of wind energy generation. So how wind energy generated in a turbine. So we see the animation of a wind energy generation. Also India's wind power capacity. So what are the capacities of India's wind power, and also major independent power producers, or we call its IPPs. So what are the major IPPs in India, and also leading state in wind energy. So what are the leading state in India's wind energy, and also we see the government target on wind energy. So what are the targets of the government on wind energy. So we discuss all this topic, and of course after question for the UPSC and answer of the previous question. So stay with us and don't forget to subscribe my channel and tell your friends and share this video in all your group, whether it is WhatsApp group, Telegram group, or whatever. So let's start with today's topic, wind power report in India. So what are these? What is this new report? So see here, India added just 1.1 gigawatt of onshore wind power project in 2020. So the lowest in a decade. If we see in 2010 to 2020, it is the lowest in a decade, according to the new report by Bloomberg NEF, an international energy research organization. So what is Bloomberg? So and it is also called, if you see, here, Bloomberg NEF, it is also called BNEF, New Energy Finance. Bloomberg New Energy Finance. So NEF means New Energy Finance in short form. So another is the report titles. So the title of the report is India's top wind supplier in 2020, attributed to the slow growth in the novel coronavirus disease pandemic. So this wind generation is growing very slow pace because the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. So we see the impact of COVID-19. So what are the impacts of the COVID-19? So the pandemic resulted a nationwide lockdown in 2020, as we know, and caused severe disruptions to the supply chain and movement of goods and people, and delaying the project execution, according to the new report. So we also see the government granted developer a 5-month extension to commission renewable energy project that suffered construction delays due to the pandemic. So also commissioning of the about 2 gigawatt wind power farm due to come online last year, supply into 2021. So it is not fulfill the target of the 2.5 gigawatt, and it's also, if we see the 2020, it's also 1.1 gigawatt added. So according to this report, so we further move and see, so what is wind energy and why wind energy is considered as a renewable energy, green energy, and all that. So wind power or wind energy is a use of wind to provide mechanical power through wind turbine to turn electrical generated, also generator for the electrical power. It also, wind power is a popular sustainable energy, renewable energy resource that has much a smaller impact on our environment if we compare to the burning fossil fuel. So that's why wind energy is very significant. Means wind energy means converting a kinetic energy to the electrical energy. So see here a small animation. So how wind energy generated or in a solar in a wind farm. So if you see this type of the farm, and so animation of the wind energy generation. So how wind energy generated by a turbine. So if we see, first we know what is the wind, and if you know more about that, what is the difference between wind and air, and and why air is not called wind and wind and air. So then you must join our short video series on this all topic: environment, geography, and science. So if we see the wind, as some of our students will know, and you also know that the pressure belt of the world. So if you see around 30-degree high pressure belt, and high pressure belt generated basically high temperature and high pressure, so move away the wind from high pressure to the low pressure, and that is the movement of high pressure to the low pressure is called wind. The movement of air from the high pressure to the low pressure is called wind. So if you see here in animation, so see here, this is our globe, and this is the basically this is planetary wind, if you see, and see. So here red is the high pressure and high temperature, and the blue is the low pressure and low temperature. So wind flow from high pressure to the low pressure. See, wind flow high pressure to the low pressure, and that is the wind. So the wind power use basically very generation in the sailboat, and also some of the grains and all some of the windmills situated in the Netherlands or other countries. So after wind and electricity, so after the late 19th century, the first wind turbine was installed, and basically it is installed in a remote villages in the European country, so provide the electricity. So see here, this is a picture of the animation of the wind farm which uses the wind turbine, and see here, and now presently if we see around the 26 country is 26 company around the globe in the generation of the wind energy. So see here, so we see how this type of wind energy generated in a turbine. So if we see here, it is a wind turbine. So wind rotate this turbine and blades. So basically wind turbine consists of basically two things. Number one is blade. So this is 1, 2 or 3. 2 or 3. So most of the wind turbine have 3 blade. and it is a blade, and this is called hub. Hub and blade combinedly called turbine or rotor. So see, and if we move forward and see, this is, and this is called engine house. Engine house, basically it is commonly called engine house nacelle. So if we see the engine house called nacelle, engine house called nacelle, and also anemometer installed in the wind turbine. So it's help to the get wind power to the optimum wind supply in which direction. So it's direct the turbine to move towards the winds. So that is the work of this anemometer, or this engine is called nacelle. Yes. So we move forward for this animation, and see here. So, and this is installed on a tower, and tower because for the more capturing the more wind. And see here, this is tower, and this is rotate and wind generation. So we see that what are the types parts of the wind turbine, or parts situated in a wind turbine. So see here, if we see, number one is blade, whether it is 2 blade, 3 blade or 4 blade, but most of the wind turbine consist of 3 blade. So see here, this is nacelle, or it is called the engine. So see here, it is called shaft. So see here, this is called shaft. Shaft and hub. Hub is attached with the shaft, and after the rotation of the shaft, the wind generated. So if the speed of wind increase, so there is also installed a brake for the controlling of the rotation of the wind turbine. So see here, here is a brake, and this is a gear for basically utilize the maximum speed of the turbine. So this is a gearbox. And finally this is attached with the generator. So it is generator, and finally the electricity generate in the generator, and this electricity, so see here, electricity generated, and this electricity will use directly or stored in a battery. So there are two methods. It may be used directly or use a battery for this. So this is, so if we see regarding wind power, something is very it is costs of the wind power is very significant. Maintenance, noise pollution, and land escape assessment. So we need more land. So the rural area and remote area are very suitable place for the wind energy. So in these all four things, maintenance is the very significant. Maintenance is the very significant of a wind turbine. So see, without maintenance there are some problems. So maintenance. So every wind company or IIP regularly maintain these wind energy turbine for better performance and avoid the accident. So if we don't care it, it will be catch the fire in the engine. So it will be catch fire. So see here, fire without maintenance. And also if we see here, some of the birds or other thing may be hit by this wind turbine and also damage. So that's also need a care to avoid bird and all that from the wind farm. So see here. So see here. So see here. And another thing is the weather anomaly. So as we know, some lightning will be a strike and maybe a strike in the wind farm. So see. So that's all about the animation of the wind energy generation. So we move forward and see another subtopic and another subtopic, India's wind power capacity. So what are the India's wind power capacity? So India wind power capacity addition packed in 2000. So if we see the basically peaked peak of the India's wind generation is in 2016 and 17, and with about 5.5 gigawatt installation. So that's great. So despite a target of 4 gigawatt in 2017 and 18 and 2018 and 19 each, the installation were about only 47% in 2017 and 18 and 30% in 37% in 2018 and 19 respectively. So the target of the 2029 and 22 was reduced to 3 gigawatt. So that's the India's capacity. So India's capacity was peaked on 5.5 in 2016 and 17. So we move forward and see another subtopic. Another subtopic is major independent power producers, or we can call it IPPs, short form IPPs. So what are these IPPs? So according to this report, 4 major independent power producers IPPs are: number 1, you see here, Renew Power, number 1, number 2, SimCorp Green Infra, number 3rd, Alfnar, and 4th is Adani Green Energy. So 4th is Adani Green Energy. With these all 4 firms accounted 70% of the total installation capacity in 2020. So that's the major power producers in wind field or wind energy field. So the IPPs commissioned project with the cumulative capacity of 883 megawatt in Gujarat, or 79%. So Gujarat is the leading state. You remember almost. So 79% of the wind energy capacity built in the country in Gujarat. And another thing, if we see the leading state in wind energy, so Gujarat, as we know, Gujarat is the higher wind speed and land availability have made Gujarat a favored state for most of the IPPs. But after Gujarat, some of the southern state and western state as such type of the Tamil Nadu is 128 megawatt, Karnataka is this 3rd 82 megawatt, and Rajasthan is the 4th 26 megawatt installation in 2020. Despite moderate to high speed wind, basically no developed commissioned in the new project in some such type of state: Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. So these 3 states have no installation in 2020. So if we move forward and see foreign turbine makers, so basically still we dependent on the foreign regarding the wind power production. We also basically dependent on the foreign turbine makers supply. So if we see that 76% of all capacity commissioned last year was foreign turbine makers, and it's up to 9% point from the 2019 according to this report or report sheet. So we see government target on wind. So what are the targets of the wind energy of the government in 2022 or 2020? 2030. So see here, the union government has recently been vocal about the achieving the renewable energy target of 175 gigawatt by 2022 and also 450 gigawatt by 2030. So these are the government target for the future. So that's all about the new report on wind power in India. So as we study all main point and see the what type of the what are the wind power and how wind power generated in a turbine. So we move forward, and our next section, as you know, next section is a question for the UPSC. So question for the UPSC. Consider the following states: Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. Which of the above states are not included in the commissioned new wind energy project in 2020? Choice A, 2 only. Choice B, 1 and 2. Choice C, 2 and 4. Choice D, 3, 4 and 5. So please write your answer in the comment box, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and tell your colleagues and friends, and share this video in all your group, whether it is WhatsApp group, Telegram group or Facebook group. So let's move forward and go to our next section. Answer of the previous question. So answer of the previous question. So regarding this previous question, this question was from our previous video. So one thing we clarify, I am really very sorry for some mistake in the previous question. The third choice, C choice, is 2 and 3, but basically it is 4 and 3. So it is a typing mistake in the question. So answer of this previous question, we corrected the all. So see here, consider the following pair of a new coronavirus variant: South Africa Alpha, Kent UK Beta, 3 MA, 3 is Brazil Gamma, 4 India Delta. Which of the above variant above pairs correctly match? So if you see South Africa Alpha, wrong, it is Beta. UK Kent Beta, it is wrong, it is Alpha. So 1 is wrong, 2 is wrong, Brazil Gamma, yes, right. India Delta, it is right. So 3 is right and 4 is right. So answer is A, 1 only, it is not. B, 1 and 2, it is also wrong. C, 3 and 4. And D, all of the above. So C, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is right. So that's previous video wrongly written at 2 and 3, but it is originally 3 and 4, means Brazil and India. So your answer is C. Your answer is C. So your answer is C. So that's all about the new report on wind power in India. So in this video, we see the new report prepared by the Bloomberg NEF, and also see what is the capacity of India, what are the leading states in the wind power in India, and what is wind power and how wind power generated. So we know all about that. So we explained all that. So you must subscribe our channel, forward this video, and share this video in your group, whether it is WhatsApp, Telegram, and Facebook, and all that. So this is our, as you know, this is our 43rd video of this series, and also only only 2 video left or remaining for this series, and it is a 45 video series, so only 2 video series. So we hope you will learn, and in future we will also give a short answer, and also you help me to completing the 500 subscriber. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks a lot.